Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Lorelei Shamayo, and this is our MeWe Fair for energizing body, mind, heart, and soul. We have 17 practitioners here tonight. Almost all of us are here now. We'll be introducing ourselves and answering questions from the audience in an intuitive panel format. So if you ask a question, you'll hear responses from about 5 practitioners. And practitioners, when we do get to the questions, you're going to want to raise your hand in Zoom so I know. And Stacy, it's her first time, and she's going to be getting in line to ask a question of the audience. So great to have you here. So practitioners too, you're welcome to put your practitioners and vendors, you're welcome to put your information in the chat once during this first hour. I know Anissa's putting lots of information in here too. And what I want to say, well, goodness, we've been running online fairs since the beginning of, I've lost track now, 2019 it must be. So it's been now 4 full years, 19, 20, 21, 22. That's right. This month is our 4th year, every month of running online fairs. We ran a few extra during the pandemic. We have lots of online events as well. So thank you everyone for supporting us with this modality. We went back to these online fairs being free, really excited about being able to reach more people. So let's get started with the introductions. And yeah, Nissa, I'm so used to posting things in chat too. I kind of feel like at a loss. If you want help with putting anything in chat, let me know, but you probably got it. All right. And we've got Kimberly getting in line for a question too. Appreciate that very much. All right. Well, let's see. So Susan, if you want, you can go first and then we'll have you come back again and share afterwards also. And we also can start somewhere else. What would you like? And you get a whole minute to share about yourself right now, everyone. We all get a minute and Badra gets a couple. When you're muted, Susan, let's get you unmuted.
All right. Hello, my name is Susan Semino. I'm a past life regression hypnotherapist. My services are provided online. I wanted to become a past life hypnotherapist because I wanted to help people. And I have been able to do that. I received my certification from the Edgar Cayce Association for Research and Enlightenment in Virginia Beach, Virginia. And I'm just really happy to be here. My room is number 13 for breakouts, and I will be talking about past life regression and what that can mean for people. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Susan. Okay, and everyone remind me, I'm going to come back to you, Susan, again during this first hour. All right, and my practitioners were all mixed up. So maybe let's have, I'm just going to kind of wrap around my screen. Let's have Crystal and then Dr. Joe go. Hi, Crystal.
Hi, I'm Crystal Novak with the Open Heart Path. I'm a psychic reader and intuitive reader, and I also do energy work. If you're familiar with the clairs, you call it clairsentience as well as knowingness. And I will be doing readings by donation this evening in a breakout room in number 17. And the readings will be approximately 10 minutes. So if I don't get a chance to work with you on the upcoming panel, maybe I'll see you in the breakout room. And thanks for coming. I hope you have fun tonight. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Crystal. So we'll have Dr. Joe and then Badra.
Hi there. My name's Dr. Joe, and I'm a holistic life, wellness, and spiritual coach, as well as a yoga, mindfulness, and meditation teacher. And I'll be doing a talk tonight about balancing mind, body, and spirit. And I will also have time to do some private sessions if anyone is interested. So thanks for showing up tonight, and I hope we all have a good time. Thank you.
Thanks, Dr. Joe. Badra's next, and Badra has products. So Badra, get a couple minutes. Go ahead.
Yes, products. Hi, I'm Badra. I'm a wellness advocate, and I help people heal their bodies using no drugs, no chemicals. I was a school teacher, mom, and I got really sick, and I wasn't able to shift things in myself until I found stem cell patches. They look like this. I don't know if you can see them, but they're a little circle that you put on an acupuncture point. No drugs or chemicals are being used, but they are patented with clinical trials done. So they're basically science-backed energy healing. So a lot of people are out there looking for things holistic that will work to heal their bodies, whether it's pain, sleep, just aging, things like that. You can use these patches so that your body can function like it did when you were younger without any of the side effects of drugs and chemicals. Like I said, I was teaching, I got really sick. I did all the things I needed to do, but I still wasn't even able to heal. I have clients who are age 3 all the way up to 100. There's no side effects because there's nothing entering your bloodstream. So there's no contraindications with medications or supplements you're taking. What I do is I do a consultation here tonight, free consultation, where we talk about what's going on for you. I recommend what patches you can use. And if you're interested, we can get them sent to your house. And after that, you have me as a consultant free of charge for as long as you need me to get your healing underway. So come by my breakout room. I can tell you all about it, show you some pictures, answer your questions, and see if this is a right fit for you. Thanks for being here.
Thanks, Badra. I know to give anyone a heads up, practitioner, is someone ready to jump in? Maybe let's have Lisa and then Lincoln and then Heidi.
Thank you, Lorelei. Hey, everyone. I am Lisa Stewart of Co-Create Magic. I call myself a creative mixed medium. As a lifelong intuitive, I have over 30 years of business experience. I've built several hundred products over the years, and I sold them around the world. I did this co-creating with spirit. As an intuitive business guide, I help mystics like you find the courage to co-create your dreams with spirit to grow your confidence and your income. Specifically to integrate your intuition and connection to create professional success. As a seer, I have the ability to see the possibilities and the bigger picture for your business often before you do. With this in mind, I have the ability to guide you on the right path for rapid growth. For instance, when I met a woman who created lotions and saw that she was going to open a spa in New York City, and she did. As a matter of fact, she opened 2 spas. For other people, I see books in their future to help them launch their careers. It's different for everyone. So if you're feeling stuck, uninspired, or you just want to get started in your business, come get a 10-minute reading with me tonight in room number 13. I look forward to meeting you tonight, so stay magical. Again, I'm Lisa Stewart with Co-Create Magic.
Thanks so much, Lisa. And gosh, who did I say afterwards, everyone? Did I say Lincoln and Heidi, maybe?
Yeah, was it me first? I'll go first since I spoke. Anyway, my name is Lincoln Stoller. I'm with Mind, Strength, Balance, and I'm originally a physicist and then a software entrepreneur. And then I got involved with psychedelics in other cultures and travel and hypnotherapy, and now I'm a clinical counselor doing all of those things. So tonight I'm basically talking about deep subconscious work. Like Susan, I'm kind of focusing on past life regression, but more in terms of what it can do for you now rather than the whole long procedure of past life experience. So as a counselor and as a therapist and as a hypnotherapist and all the other things, I'm in room number 11. So I have 2 talks tonight, and you can come join me at any time and we'll talk about it. Thanks a lot.
Thanks so much, Lincoln. We'll have Heidi next, and then Troy, and then Jen.
Hi, I'm Heidi. I'm owner and founder of Wise Wolfcraft, but I'm here today as an intuitive energy healer, Reiki master, tarot card reader. I basically like to do everything involving energy. I'm hoping today you'll join me for a couple talks based about manifestation. Manifestation and energy work are really closely related. I like to tell people about the different tools they have at their disposal to help guide their own energies and manifest the things they want in their life. I think that we all have the power inside of us to direct and guide our energy. We all have that intuition. It's just about allowing yourself to use it. I'd love to see you in my room tonight. Like I said, I'll be giving 3 talks throughout the night, and I'm also going to be doing energy reading by donation and tarot card reading by donation. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Heidi. Troy is next.
Okay, my name is Troy J. Bacon, and I'm with New Being Hypnosis. I'm an intuitive and certified hypnotherapist, and I work closely with angels, spirit guides, really a lot with the subconscious mind and the inner landscape. And I really walk people through journeys to heal, to work with their inner wisdom, to reprogram whatever is going on, even deep trauma. I'm not afraid to get into the nitty-gritty and really bring the darkness into the light. My modalities are really focused around complete mind, body, spirit healing, as I recognize that a person's wellness and all of their life really revolves around the balance of mind, body, energy, body, emotions, intentions, behaviors, actions, and even the spirits around them. And I talk a lot about the web of life too. That's part of my practice. So I will be in room number 16, and I'm offering 30 and 60-minute healing sessions. Hope to see you there.
Thanks so much, Troy. And then Jen, Dragon Healing is next. Jen.
Hi, I'm Jen. I'm with Shenlong Illuminate Healing Center. I'm a Reiki master. I am also a dragon energy healer. I do specialize in healing traumas and moving you through with the negative emotions and feelings and traumas that you have, kind of doing the shadow work and moving that through. So if you have any questions, you want to reach out to me, I'll be in room 6. I am going to be also doing healings by donation as well. The people that I've worked with have seen pretty tremendous results. So I'm here to help.
Great. Thanks so much. And do we have any other practitioners that are here that haven't changed their names yet? So I'm not recognizing you. Oh, Hannah hasn't gone yet. Okay, great. Yeah, Hannah, if you haven't gone, go ahead now.
Sorry, I thought you were doing another lineup. I'm Hannah York with Holistic Healing by Hannah, and I'm a medical intuitive and energy healing practitioner. So if you'd like to stop by my room number 4, I will be doing body scans by donations. If you have something going on that you haven't been able to find answers for, stop on by and I can do a quick body scan for you and let you know what I see coming up energetically and emotionally. And I will also be doing a talk on boundaries and doing a group healing on releasing and enforcing some of those energetic boundaries. Thank you all for joining us.
Great, thank you. Yeah, so I know we have a few other practitioners that are coming that haven't made it yet. Just want to make sure there isn't anyone that's here that's lurking that I haven't seen. I haven't forgotten anyone yet, and I know, Susan, we're going to come back to you again too. So Ellery Hamilton is joining us. She does fairy readings and labyrinth explorations, and I know she's got a couple of talks. And who else? Jennifer Marshall is coming, does natural oral care products that she's developed. And Shraddha is coming. We're gonna start texting all the people that aren't here yet that we haven't heard from. She does pranic healing, tarot, and psychotherapy, and she is coming to us from India. So it is extremely early in the morning, I think, and all kinds of time zone juggling. And then I'm also a practitioner, and I'll be in my breakout room later in the fair. I'm Lorelei Shmayo. I'm an intuitive eye reader and body psychology coach. So I'm scanning your eyes and your body and your energy, and I'm picking up your soul. I think that we all recognize the uniqueness in each other when we see each other. And we all subconsciously make all kinds of choices about who to engage and how to engage with each other based on what we see in our eyes. You can get a sense of this for yourself when you think about when you meet someone with dark sunglasses and you can't see their eyes. It can be really frustrating that so much is missing. And as soon as you see their eyes, you immediately pick up so much about them, about the state, the emotional state that they're in, and so much about who they are at a core level. And we just don't realize we see in each other. So I help you better understand you, understand what your soul is about, your purpose, and then make all kinds of choices in all different areas of your life. I love to work in career path, making business decisions, how to manage people, who to hire, how to start your business, how to grow your business. Lisa and I are starting some groups next week for supporting you in growing and starting your intuitive business. And I also love to use this work for matchmaking, helping people find each other that are a great natural fit that helps them true up to themselves and live their purpose, feel alignment with their souls, and be together on their journey in a really easy and deep way. All right, and so many of us here tonight offering so many great things. We're going to be here, and I'm going to come back to Susan in a moment. We're going to be here in the main room for the rest of the hour. We're going to be answering questions from the audience. I think we've got maybe 3 people in line right now, Stacy and Judy, and then Kimberly, after we look at those who are new. And then, yeah, we're going to be in breakout rooms offering all these different things, and you're going to be able to bounce around from room to room all evening. Well, Susan, tell us who you are again, and we'll see if any other practitioners make it, and we will start answering questions. Let's get you unmuted. It's great. I appreciate everyone's care to make sure that we stay muted, and sometimes we stay muted too long. You're still not unmuted. I'm going to ask you to unmute. Here we go.
Hi, hello, my name's Susan Semino. I'm a past life hypnotherapist at timeslipreGressions.com. I started into hypnotherapy because I wanted to help other people. I have found that it was personally helpful myself. My services are provided online, and I find that online is a very effective way for delivering hypnotherapy. It allows people to be in the comfort of their own home, and listening through earbuds or on headphones helps the client to focus on the hypnotic process. I received my training from the Edgar Cayce Association for Research and Enlightenment in Virginia Beach, Virginia. Thank you.
All right, great. So let's see. So practitioners, a few things for us and then a few things for the container before we get started. When we answer questions from the audience, please raise your hand in Zoom so that I know you're ready to answer a question. You should be able to find the raise hand down in the bottom of your screen if you're on a computer by reactions. It's the bottom, I think it's still the bottom bar. I'm always calling people out, so I don't even do it myself much. So yeah, it's the bottom bar on the options for reactions. And then I'll call you in order. We want to share the space with each other. So if you've answered a lot of questions, I might skip you and go to someone else for a bit. Feel free to let me know as soon as you're ready. It's great. I will be timing you. So aim for around 45 seconds or so in your answer. And if you're going a little long, so you can come to completion, I'm going to show you this lovely little symbol on the screen. So just know if you see that, it's just to finish up from where you are and let someone else go. So those of you that are going to be asking questions, well, everyone, this is a great opportunity to practice opening your intuition further. Practitioners, it's great for us as well as everyone that's here attending. Have something to scribble with, take notes, anything that comes through you. You get an opportunity to see if that is in alignment with the things that the practitioners share on the panel. So you get confirmation that you're tapping into the same kinds of things. And of course, you may have something come through that is valid that we happen to not mention. We do request that you hold whatever comes through you until we're done answering someone's question. And then if you want to, you can private chat them and ask them if they'd like to hear what came through you that might be for them. Please honor whatever they share. It's possible that they will feel full and not want any more, or they want to pay attention to the rest of the panel. Please aim to not take it personally. We're all aiming to honor each other in this journey together as a group. This is a great opportunity to learn from all that's asked and all that's answered, whether or not you ask a question. And then particularly since this is recorded and gets posted online, when you ask a question of the panel, we may start talking about all kinds of other things that you think are not related, but we think they're related. And if you don't want us doing that, that's okay. Let us know, interrupt us, give us guidance, and we will come back to what feels good for you. Same thing if we go deeper and start talking about more personal things and you want us to share, interrupt us. We will change how we are answering to honor you. The most important thing is that we're honoring you in our process here. All right, and I've been alerted to a typo on the website page, so I'm going to be updating that as we go to our first question. I think we're ready to jump into questions. So Stacy is the first one to ask. Stacy, what is your question? And it can be about anything. And chances are we'll have several practitioners that can give you some feedback. And that's Stacy, S-T-A-C-I. Where are you? Anissa, do you see Stacy? Did Stacy pop out?
I see Stacy. Stacy doesn't have their video on and they're currently muted, but they're in the meeting.
I can't. I know I can't. Oh,
She's
there
in
they
the
are.
chat.
Stacy. Okay, in the chat. Oh, you can type it or you can unmute and ask it. I'm clicking unmute if you want to unmute and speak it, or you can type it.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, everybody. So I feel like I have some type of block. I know that I have spiritual gifts and I have numerous ideas about ways to share them. But I feel this, in a sense of pressure as I'm getting older. And, you know, I've had all these ideas and I see other people putting similar ideas out there. And then I just have the ideas, but I feel like I have so many of them that I never get one thing done. So I could do readings. I have ideas for Oracle decks. I'm a Reiki master. But I feel like I have some type of blockage in terms of like making money from my gifts. So I will do these things for people. I give them as gifts. I help people with grief work, but I I just feel like I get blocked somewhere when it comes to like trying to make money from some of the gifts, if that makes sense.
Great. We've got people in line. I want to say some people's gifts are the ideas and some people's gifts are the practical implementation. And sometimes they get to work together to make things happen. So we've got Lisa in line, Crystal, and Dr. Joe. So go ahead, Lisa.
Okay, I didn't bring my timer with me. Here it goes. Stacy, thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. I am glad that you're here and I'm glad for your question. You're not alone. Just to let you know, you're not alone. Many people who want to start a business, want to start a side hustle, whatever that looks like, they're overwhelmed with ideas. I'm a creative. I get overwhelmed with ideas too. So here's what I'd recommend. What I'm getting is you've got a couple of limiting beliefs that you need to deconstruct. I'm going to go through this really quickly. Trust yourself. Trust what you know. And with regards to, other people doing something similar as you, I'm a big maker at heart. And what I learned from Adam Savage from the Mythbusters was people need your point of view. Okay, thank you, Lorelei. So my quick recommendation is to choose one modality and start with that. Okay, start with that, get that machine rolling.
Okay.
Before you start anything else, because that will help eliminate overwhelm. Best of luck.
Thank you.
Thanks, Lisa. Then we have Crystal, Dr. Joe, Troy.
Hi, Lisa. When you first started talking, the first thing that came up for me was a tremendous weight of energy that is sitting on the back of your neck and your shoulders and your upper back. And it feels like it's a male energy, potentially a male who is an authority figure in your life or something. And you're carrying this burden and it doesn't belong to you. And it's impacting the rest of your systems. And so that's, to me, that's why it's becoming difficult for you to try and figure out where to go with your creative energies. I would encourage you, especially tonight, since there's energy people who do specific energy work here, to pop into one or more of these practitioners and have them do some work with you to clear some of this energy off. Thank you.
Thanks, Crystal. Dr. Joe, and then Troy.
Yeah, hi, Lisa. Stacy, I'm sorry. I think that what I'm getting a sense of is feeling a lack of worth and offering your gifts without feeling like you have a right to charge money for them, or just being someone who just gives a lot without considering what your needs and desires are. And so being able to consider what your needs are and putting yourself first and making yourself a priority. And I'm thinking that, working with someone in terms of working on your own limiting beliefs, but also any obstacles to caring for yourself and putting your needs first would be kind of the first step in getting your priorities in order.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And then Troy.
Yes, it sounds like, or what I feel the issue is really a lot. I feel a lot going on. Past life as well as this life, which can overlap and do. And there will need to be multiple steps. I can help you rule out some things that you can go through. We can make a list of the things that are going on and figure out what's going on with you. One thing I feel that I can offer that will be very beneficial is soul contract review and rewriting. And that is really revisiting your soul contracts and what you've agreed to do and how to, and we can learn a lot from that. Also, if there are some out-of-date soul contracts, then we can take a look at those and figure out if we can destroy or rewrite them if they're no longer valid. So yeah, feel free to stop in room number 16 and we can chat about what's going on. I can give you some more intuitive perspectives and We can even do some hypnotherapy work. So thank you.
Thanks,
Thank
Have a
Troy.
good night.
Anyone have anything else brief to share with Stacy? Great, great. But yeah, Stacy, I recommend that you also consider partnering. Oh, Heidi's got something too. Go to Heidi.
Sorry, just jumping in at the last minute. Stacy, you said you're a Reiki master.
Yes.
How often are you practicing on yourself?
Not as often as I should. Probably not nearly enough.
Okay, well, so you even used the word blockage to describe what's happening. I feel like if you were to look at your solar plexus, focus there and work down, you might find a little more confidence, resilience, some stability, particularly in that financial department, give you the kind of little bit of the kick in the booty you need to get the confidence and the encouragement to go out there and get some money for yourself, because it's okay. We all have to make money. That's part of life, unfortunately, right? And if you can make money by helping others, that's valuable. Yeah.
Yes. Thank you.
Great, great. All right. Thank you, practitioners. Thank you, Stacy, for getting us started with answering questions. All right. So I think that we've then got Judy in line, who's never asked a question at the panel before, and then Emily MacArthur, if you've not asked a question before. If not, you're next in line, and Anna, and then maybe Jamie, and then we hopefully get back to Kimberly. All right, so Judy, you are next. And Anissa, you remember who not to let in from the waiting room, right? We have someone that bombs us, so we're leaving that person out in the waiting room.
Yep.
All right, great. Judy,
There
where
we go.
are you?
Found it. Found the right
Great.
button finally. Hi. Yeah, my name is Judy, and I have gone through just some remarkable changes in the past year and a half, and I know I'm working towards something. Just not entirely sure of what it is yet, but I'm one of those creative people also. And I'm just wondering what's the best way to find out where the heck I'm headed, you know?
All right, where am I headed? And I know you've answered once already, so let's just see if anyone else is ready. And if not, we will get started with you. Yeah, go ahead, Crystal. You can start us off.
Judy, the first thing that came up for me was your heart. You have a gloriously large, loving heart, and you feel very empathic to me. So I think that's part of your gift and what you're working with. The other thing I want to ask you is, do you meditate or do you have a practice where you are aware of contacting or hearing your angels or guides or helpers?
Actually, I hear an awful lot from my husband. He lets me know he's here all the time. Thunked me in the head the other night, as a matter of fact. But
okay. So, but other than that, are you in contact with other teachers or guides?
Yes, yeah. You know, some of my spirit guides I've got quite a bit of information from, and I have learned to open my eyes and look for all the little things that happen. Okay. And so I've met amazing people that way. And to me, it's all about getting them to smile, you know, making people smile and be joyful.
Okay. So I'm going to run out of time here, but I would suggest that you start more of a dialogue with your spirit guides. And one thing you can ask is, what have I come here to learn? Or you can ask, what is my next step? So you can start having more conscious guidance that way.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, great. We've got Dr. Joe and Lisa next in line, and we've got a couple of practitioners that will introduce themselves in the middle if they answer questions and in between questions otherwise.
Yeah, I was thinking about, you know, manifesting where you would like to go. There's something called a sankalpa, which is kind of an affirmation, intention, and resolve rolled into one. And my teacher said to start it with I am grateful for, as if it's already manifest. So maybe spend some time thinking about where you would like to be headed, where you would like to go, and then create a sankalpa. I am grateful for, wherever you would like what you would like to manifest, and then repeat that to yourself. And maybe you don't know, but you can just create something or imagine something somewhere that you would like to be, or something that you would like to experience or feel. I'm grateful to be content and at peace, something like that. That's just an idea.
Cool. No, sounds good. And I've always been very, very fortunate in anything I have ever needed or asked for has always come. It's always
There you
come.
go. Yeah. Good. Thanks, Judy.
Great. I thought someone else had their hand up too before Lisa. Did they just take their hand down, or is Lisa next? Maybe Lisa's next. All right, go ahead, Lisa.
Sure. Thank you, Lorelei. Hey, Judy, glad to have you this evening. So I want to piggyback off of what Crystal and Dr. Joe said, and that is start that dialogue with your guides and ask those questions that Crystal had recommended. And I don't know how fluid your conversation is with them. If it's not that fluid, have you considered automatic writing to create that dialogue, which would also help? That journaling aspect will also help create a catalog of conversation so you don't forget what you've talked about. Have you tried anything like that?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I have, and I probably keep about 4 or 5 different journals, but I do find it helps, and that way, every time I have an incident or whatever, or feel like I've been told something, I do write it down, and it does help me, keep that in line.
That's awesome. Okay, I have got a deck of oracle cards that I've created. I've pulled the element fire for you. And for a business sense, it's about courage. It's also about creating products and services. So in those questions that you're asking with your guides and your angels, ask them, what's the next thing that you can offer? That way they will then help kind of foster a little more momentum in your life and give you a little more direction. I hope that helps.
It does. Yes, thank you. And actually, I can be working on something and an idea will pop into my head out of nowhere.
Well, it came from somewhere. So best of luck.
That's great. That's great. Anyone else have anything to share with Judy? Yeah, Judy, it sounds like you're going really right. You're in a good groove and going really well.
I saw Lincoln raising his hand physically.
No, I was just arranging my light. Sorry.
Oh,
Great. I appreciate all the practitioners supporting each other. All right, great. Thanks so much, Judy,
Right.
for
Thank you
asking
so
your
much.
question. You're welcome. I think, Emily, have you asked a panel at our online fair before?
I don't believe so. I've done one before, but I don't remember.
Go ahead. What is your question?
I believe that I have medium ability, and this is something that in 2023 I really want to work on developing this more and learning about that. I am a historian, and I'm very interested in researching the coal mines of my area of town. So this would have been in the 1800s largely, and the area is still largely undeveloped because there's like mine shafts and they can't really build on it. So there's a very heavy energy connected to this place. Because I researched the history, I know it has a very, very long history. I mean decades of like worker exploitation, slavery, death, terrible explosions, people being paid very little. It's just a very dark history. And when I go there and I hike in the woods, I feel like the feeling I got was this is a very still, quiet place that holds a lot of weight, and it should not be disturbed psychically or anything. I feel like this is a place at rest, and it should remain at rest. I did ask a question in a local witches group if anyone felt anything near this area of town. Several people reported feeling overwhelming sadness when they drive near there. I was
Yeah,
wondering
and
if you have tips on how to work with the energy of this land. I would like to have a psychic come do a reading at some point, but tips for me.
okay, great, great. Tips on how to work with the energy of this land. All right, great. Troy is ready. Go ahead, Troy.
Okay. Emily, it sounds like there's a lot going on. Did you say you live near this land or you just pass by it?
Yes.
It's a couple miles from my house.
Okay. Are you bothered by it or is it affecting your life?
No,
Okay, you're just aware
it
of the
doesn't
energy
bother
there.
me. I just noticed that I wondered if other people felt things there too, because it has a really heavy vibe. But it didn't feel bad to me. It just felt very quiet and still. It felt like a lot had happened there.
I'm just going to throw in just from the notes too. So you're a medium and you're a historian, and this is the area where you live. So you really just want to bring your gifts to be with
Yeah.
this land.
Yeah.
Okay. Feel free to pop into room 16 and we could talk. I've been doing work with the land I live on that
I guess, Troy, if you could give some specific information for Emily right now and what would support her and how to work on the land, that would be great.
Okay. Reiki definitely helps to keep you clear if you know that or can work with a friend or someone, and balanced. I recommend also owning your space and your even energy field when you pass by this before you go there. Set your boundaries. Don't just go there open to everything, but perhaps carry protective crystals with you and high vibe crystals too. But go there, even state your intention that you simply just want to be an observer and to learn more and to be respectful of the land and get to know what happened if it and be a support if it needs something from the other side or if it needs you to do anything or anyone else. And
Great.
yeah, just be open then after you're grounded to what may come through from spirits and what you sense too.
Great. Great. Thank you so much, Troy. I know we've got Lincoln in line, and then also we have 2 other practitioners that have arrived. And so if you want to raise your hand to answer questions as well, feel free to do that. We're aiming for about 45 seconds. And one practitioner, if you haven't renamed yourself, we'd love to have you rename yourself. I texted you a little bit, and Anissa can help you in the chat. So we're going to have Lincoln, and then let's see who's next in line to answer a question from Emily.
Hi, I have a lot of relationships with land, and I would suggest, actually, I spent some time around the mines in the Hudson Valley that were limestone mines for the Brooklyn Bridge, but your mines sound darker. And I would suggest going to the land, like Troy said, and stating your intention of being a listener and listen for the land's answer. When I go to the land, I always take a bag. I clean up whatever garbage I find. I clean up the land, the trails, move fallen branches. Just try to be present and listen to the trees who are rooted in the land. And, put yourself close to the mines and the shafts and listen, like you put a seashell to your ear to listen to the ocean. Listen to the sounds that you hear coming out of the land and offer yourself, the if you would like to call them spirits or the entities or whoever they are will come to you if you can help them. And if you can't, just be patient and know that you've offered the best you can. Thanks.
Great. Thank you so much, Lincoln. Who else has something for Emily? Hannah, go ahead.
Hi, Emily. So a lot of my history and background is actually the mining community itself. And so what I would suggest is that the energy that you're feeling, yes, it's coming from the land, but it's coming from those workers, that the families that have passed through, not only on the active projects in your area, but from that collective as a whole. So what I would suggest is just going out there as a medium and just being there and listening, inviting them, if you feel comfortable, to come in and talk with you and to share their story. So a lot of times people, spirits, anyone, they just need to be heard in order to be able to heal and release. So if you can allow them to tell you their stories, either through what you feel, sense, experience, you might be able to allow some of them to start to pass over or to release, if that's what you're looking to do. Otherwise, just sending Reiki into the land and inviting, doing a meditation and inviting anyone, anything in the area that is part of this heavy energy, that it's there for them to receive it if they choose to. And that is all.
Thanks so much, Hannah. Anyone else? And this is not my specialty. And what occurs to me is to go to the land, and if the land welcomes that, create sacred space from the materials from that land and create a sacred opening so you can receive and hear from the land and the people that were there and see what they want from you being there in their presence. So similar to what the others have shared, and I recommend that you create some sort of sacred space as you're there, if they're willing for you to disturb and move the things that are there. You could also bring something with you, but again, I would ask permission before you even like step in and place things on the land. And Troy, if you get a little bit more to share, go ahead.
Yeah, during those suggestions, I got the intuitive hit that if you bring crystals just to carry with you while you visit the land, green would be a great color, such as green fluorite, even green calcite.
I have a green crystal. That's insane that you knew that.
Yeah, so that's what I'm getting, is that will help you, especially to carry it in your hand, because the hands are possibly one of the most energetically sensitive parts of the body, because we're always touching things and they're very open to energies too. And that will help you.
Great, thanks so much, Troy. And really not that amazing that Troy got that, because that's what this is about and that's who these people are. That's why we're together doing this. Oh, great. Thanks, Troy, for raising your hand again. All right, great. Yeah, morning altars. Someone mentioned, Ellery mentioned. Great. Ellery, did you want to speak up and share? If I'm pronouncing your name right?
Yeah. No, just as they were talking, as Troy was talking and Lincoln was talking about creating the space there, morning altars is a really nice practice of creating a altar or mandala or pattern from gathered materials from a space, and then you leave the pattern that you make, so it becomes an impermanence. It's sort of part meditation, part art, part connecting with the land and the spaces around you. So you might look into that as a possibility.
That's great. And do you want to take your minute now and tell us who you are and what you do?
Sure. Hi, I am Ellery. I do work with labyrinths as a transformative tool, as a meditative tool, as a heroic journey tool. And I also do oracle readings, primarily focused on the fairy oracle. So that's what I'm going to be working with tonight. And if you have any questions, feel free to find me in my room and ask.
Great, thank you. And we also have Jen here, Jen M. I don't know where you are in Zoom, but I know you're here.
Can you hear me? Can you
Oh,
see
there
me?
you are. Okay, great, great. And you did rename. Okay, great. So take a couple minutes and tell us who you are and what you're going to be doing tonight.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Excellent. My name is Jennifer. I am a registered dental hygienist, but I'm here because I have a purpose project that helps us get the toxins out, and really I make oral care products that are natural. It's my purpose project, but I'm spiritual, I'm intuitive, I I have a spiritual life, that this was kind of downloaded to me. And so I'm just taking my 26 years of experience and the travel that I've done to answer some questions. I feel like I'm in a place where because of my job, but also because of where I am spiritually, that I can help people really get a healthier way of life. There's a lot of natural care products that are out there that aren't quite as natural as they say, and some things that we can do differently. So mostly I'm here to educate on that, but also to answer questions.
Great. And I know you're going to be offering things in your breakout room today too. So
Yeah.
Great to have you. We have so many
Thank
new
you.
practitioners, vendors here today. All right, great. And let's see, we've got time for another question. So and thank you so much, Emily, for asking your question. And I think so Anna's iPhone is next, and you want to type in your question. Okay, yeah. So you have kiddos and you don't want to get interrupted, or you will get interrupted. Okay, great. So you said that we've had such bad luck the past 2 years, been through trauma, your kids have been sick on and off a lot. How do you address this? Also, your partner was told they're a healer and is looking for a mentor, and where would they find one? So having your partner come here and connecting with us and getting to know people in our community is a great way to find a mentor. Find someone that they energetically connect with. If you happen to be in the Pacific Northwest, we have in-person fairs as well. And we have these online fairs on lots of different panels, and so lots of ways you can connect with people in our community. And if there's a specific thing that your partner is looking for, we can make some recommendations too. But so let's see, in terms of what you've been through the past 2 years and the bad luck and the trauma and everyone being sick. So this is for Anna's iPhone, ANA. And let's see, where's Anna's iPhone? Hopefully Anna is still here after I just shared all that. Anissa, oh, there she is at the bottom of my screen. But yeah, so Anna is here. All right, anyone have something come in for Anna? I know I feel a heavy grieving of something that's not only Anna's and not Anna's family. It feels like something that's from the past. So go ahead, Crystal.
Yeah, you nailed it. That's exactly what I was getting. Hi, Anna. So a couple of different things. Number one, it feels like you in particular, more than your children and or your husband, are carrying a legacy burden that doesn't belong to you. And it's got a lot of heavy energy attached to it. So what's coming up is, if you don't already do this, start clearing your energy every day, and also have your kids learn how to do it and have your husband learn how to do it. All of you need to practice clearing the energy off of you. There's some really high empathy here, and it looks like you guys are taking an energy that doesn't belong to you. So there's that. Asking the archangels to come and provide protection for you as well, especially Archangel Michael, asking for that protection and that grace. And even as I say that, I can see you thinking it, and it's starting to happen just from this. So we have to ask for them to come in and support us, because we have free will. So please make that a regular thing. Ask for the angels to walk with you and protect your family. And also, if you have a pet, I'm seeing a dog. I don't know if the dog's still incarnate or not, but the dog is also working to provide some kind of spirit guide and protection as well. So clear the dog off as well if you're doing energy work. And I hope that's helpful. Thank you.
Thanks, Crystal. And I know Crystal and Troy have been really active tonight. If anyone else wants to jump in, feel free. But yeah, go ahead, Troy.
Okay, Anna. So what I'm picking up is you and your whole family have energetic cracks in your auras. And I got the message of patchwork that will need to be done. One good way to do that is just like, I'm sorry, I forgot her name.
Anna.
It was right before me.
Oh, Crystal.
Crystal, that's right. Just like Crystal said, practices, daily routine practices, which could be as simple as meditation or anything else. If you do Reiki or other energy work, or even making altars or magic, or it could even just be, I would recommend to start with a simple gratitude practice. Everyone, if you do that, I would recommend everyone do that together. It could be at different times of the day and separately, but everyone have their own gratitude journals and write down, I would recommend at least 3 things physical, energetic, or otherwise that you're grateful for. And then that gratitude will build up more positive energy from within you and allow those cracks to start to be patched up from the inside out, and then less negative and detrimental spirits will be feeding off of you and influencing you too. So that's
Great.
what I'm picking up on.
Great, thank you. I'm going to let Crystal, unless it's really quick, to complete one thing, or do we let Heidi go first?
No, you can let Heidi go first.
Okay,
Thank you.
Heidi, go ahead.
So I agree with a lot of what I'm hearing. One of the things I just wanted to add was that grounding can be just really powerful for a group as a whole. And if the adults lead by example, sometimes that can be enough to change the whole group. Kids are like sponges, and the energy around them is going to be just, I think we're all more empathic as children too. So I think that if you guys are able to work on your energy as adults, and particularly, I think starting with grounding is just a really great way to start. Do all these daily practices and add grounding into it, really try to center yourself in the earth, keep yourself here. See if you can't fight off some of this stuff that's coming at you from the outside as far as like emotional energy and even colds, it's use that energy we have stored in the earth to help guard you guys and keep you guys on the good path.
Great, thanks so much, Heidi. Jen is next.
Hi. So what I really picked up as well is to definitely do a lot of saging and smudging in the house. Open your windows, let that kind of flow out. We use a lot of like amethyst is what also picking up for you as well, and the shungite. And also start doing like a lot of what I do with the people that I work with is doing shadow work, doing forgiveness. If that's something that you believe in. And really start to work on, the traumas from the ancestral or, modern times as well in your current lifetime. So that's what I really get for you is that, do those practices. The shungite's really good. I personally do forgiveness practices and just really work on healing yourself and the land. Everybody has abilities. So kind of listen to that inner voice, get some quiet time, maybe do some meditation and reach in to kind of just trying to find where the core of everything is.
Great. And Jen, someone asked in the chat what dragon energy is. Could you say briefly?
Briefly?
I know. They can go to your room to hear the deeper explanation.
I can do it kind of quickly. I've worked with them forever. It's just, there's different modalities. There's Reiki, there's Tao hands that I do. It has access to, it's one of the first energies that were on the earth, the primordial. So it has access to, a very deep, wellspan of knowledge and deep healing as well. So, they've been guardians and guides in here for a long time on the earth and with the people. So it's really just, we combine everything in and you get tremendous results and healings and readings from them as well. So that's briefly, it's so hard to summarize, but it's
That's
tremendous.
Great. Yeah, thanks for giving just a little tidbit. And then Crystal's got something else to share with Anna.
Other thing is, if this has been going on for a while, this might be part of what becomes your daily conversation, or you guys might be saying things like, God, it's a curse again, or it's this bad thing is happening again. Stop feeding that narrative. When one of the kids or even you or your husband out loud starts saying that, stop yourselves and say, I want to focus on gratitude. Instead of saying what's bad, right now, let's name 3 things that we're grateful for and get your kids to do it and you guys to do it as well. And start moving towards a place of gratitude. That will raise your vibrational level, which then stops the more negative stuff from getting in. And you begin to shift your consciousness as well, because when we talk about what we're grateful for, then the universe is saying, oh, well, we'll just give you more of that because that's what you're asking for. You're being grateful. And it starts changing that whole narrative. So I really would encourage that for all of you. Thanks.
Great, thanks so much. And I know we had another practitioner join. So Mystic Gara, if you're ready, could you introduce yourself? Are you ready? Maybe not ready yet. All right, well, we're getting very close to the end. Maybe we'll squeeze in one more question, and then Mystic Darrow, we need you to introduce yourself and any other practitioners that are here tonight. I know we have another practitioner that should be coming. I mentioned she is coming from India, and we might be having a little bit of a time crossing thing. We should be joined by Shraddha, who does pranic healing, tarot, and psychotherapy, and she's got some things planned in her breakout room. Let me go see. I should have planned this ahead. What color is Shraddha? Blue, blue, blue. She's going to be doing at 6 o'clock PT, pranic healing, mind and spiritual engineering by donation. And that's going to be ongoing in room 14. So hopefully she's going to be joining us tonight. And Mystic Tarot, are you ready? Are you ready? Go ahead. You got a minute. Let's get you unmuted.
Hey, this is Mystic Darrow with Tarot by Mystic Darrow. I do the Cards of Destiny. It's a system that combines numerology, astrology, and tarot all into one. It has an intimate connection with the Gregorian calendar and mathematics of the regular 52 card deck. The playing card system is connected to a 7-planet system. 7 times 52 is 364, and the last day of the year is the Joker. So what you do with information as far as destiny goes is really up to you, and I just help people know what that is. So we have my talk at 6:15 tonight to tell more about that.
Great, thanks so much. And practitioners, if anyone needs to share their screen during their presentation, or if you need to record, please let Anissa know, because we're going to need to make you a co-host. And if we make you a co-host, just be really careful that you don't accidentally close the breakout rooms or the entire Zoom meeting. All right, so ask for that only if you need it. I renamed you Mystic Darrow, and I think let's see if we can squeeze in really briefly one more question. Jamie, have you asked, I can't remember which Jamie you are. Have you asked a question in one of our fairs before at the intuitive panel? Jamie Cornett, are you still here?
Yeah, sorry.
Have you asked a
Okay.
question at one of our fairs before in the beginning?
No, this is the first online, but I've done, I've done a lot of the panels.
Yeah, you've done the panels before. Okay, great. Go ahead. What is your question?
I been going through my healing journey a lot lately, and I've been noticing a lot of resistance in my body and resistance to certain changes. And I'm just trying to figure out, exactly why or what is causing that, because especially I'm trying to start dating again, and I find some resistance to that also.
All right, great question. Just want to wait and see if any other practitioners are ready. All right, go ahead, Troy.
Okay, so I can speak a lot to resistance. I'll try to keep this brief right now, but yeah, resistance lies within the subconscious mind, and that can be for a number of reasons. The subconscious is naturally resistant to new changes, especially if you've developed a routine or a habit and beliefs and ways of being that are regular and that the subconscious mind recognizes as safe, then it will stay within that box and not want to go outside where you're creating new changes. And so that is what is probably shooting you down or causing resistance. And so it's reprogramming within the subconscious mind that usually hypnotherapy is one of the best tools for it, but reprogramming to program the changes you want to be recognized as something you want, and then have motivation to create that, to do that, whatever it is. And that's something I can help with. If you stop by room 16 tonight, then we can talk more about that. And there are some tools I can offer to address resistance of any sort for anything.
A lot of it, I feel because I had a car accident 4 months ago, and I feel like I'm getting massage therapy 3 times a week, and my body is resisting,
even that, the healing process of that. And so
Okay.
that's something I noted I was dealing with earlier. It took a while. I had to turn on meditation music, have my massage therapist turn on a certain type of meditation music just for my body to be like, oh.
Right, and I know, Jamie, we're right here at the end, so I just want to be able to go quickly. You've got a couple other practitioners that want to share some insight, and I want to, you were looking for a place to live for a long time, right?
I ended up getting that,
And you-
but I ended up getting stuck with a $19,000 bill by the landlord because the homeowner yanked their contract, and there was a huge legal dispute.
Yeah, so in the middle, so you are landed in a good place to live now, is that correct?
It seems like it so far, but if I want to
Good.
move, I won't be able to because I'm
Right, I
under-
know, just other things that need to get resolved. Well, let's go on and see what Crystal and Dr. Joe have to the questions that you've asked. Go ahead, Crystal, and thank you, Troy.
Hey, Jamie. The first thing that's coming up is your body is very angry and has a lot of fear. And it feels like, at least at this particular time, that you don't spend a lot of time in your body and that you kind of come and go. And then, so the physical body is feeling abandoned. And so it's very resistant to the healing that you're trying to affect, because it's kind of this attitude of, well, why should I get healed again when you're not here? So if this resonates for you, it would be really great if you could spend time just physically being in your body, feeling your feet touch the floor, feeling your butt in the chair. It's a form of meditation just to pull your energy in, and especially check with your root center, your first chakra, because I just feel all this agitation in the physical for you. And that's what feels to me like that's what's making it hard for healing to happen. And the fact that your massage person turned on the meditation music, it gave you an opportunity to kind of settle and shut your mind off, so you could be in the moment with the physical, you could be there breathing, and then you could allow that to happen. So that's what came up for me.
And that does resonate some because I feel agitated all the time, especially with my situation, having 3 high needs kids, all not dealing with all this stuff in my life. I'm even trying to communicate or date people. I feel sometimes end up getting resistance and they're an agitation with that, annoyed and stuff.
Yeah, let's see. So we had Dr. Joe is next, and then we have Jen. Go ahead, Dr. Joe.
Yeah. Hi, Jamie. I agree with Crystal about not being present in your body. And I think that the other thing is we store trauma in our body. And so there's a way that we distance ourselves and kind of live from here up when we have a lot of trauma in our body, so that we don't have to deal with it. So we're just up in our head all the time and we're not grounded and centered. So, and it makes sense with all of the stuff that's going on for you. There has been a lot of trauma. And just not having a safe place to live and not knowing where you're going to live, that's really stressful. So it makes sense that you're in thinking about dating, there's not many resources left to give to that. So
I don't even have like with my kids, I don't even have a space of my own. I don't have any space to relax. It's always mom, constantly. They don't go to school half the time. It's like I never have breathing room to do anything.
yeah, so maybe even before you think about dating someone else, create a space for you, like whether that's mentally space, like or creating like a corner in your house with an altar, something, so that you feel like you've got some place that's just your own.
Great, thank you. And then we've got Jen and then Heidi.
Hi. So the biggest thing that I get for you and the biggest message that's come from Spirit is to forgive yourself, and to allow that to feel like you to sit with yourself, with the trauma responses, like Dr. Joe was saying and everyone else here, and it's completely normal. the responses you have. I mean, when you experience trauma, oftentimes how we deal with it is we disassociate. We're able to, and some people call that, compartmentalizing everything. But, for you, I would suggest, finding, like you said, finding a spot, going out in nature, breathing, because we often become overwhelmed. And for people with trauma, it's even harder. You need to have that space, and the message that came through from the dragons was that you are beautiful, you're loved, you are enough, and that you need to really start to focus in on loving yourself and healing yourself, and finding that outside time, nature and in trees, because until we get to a good space where we're healed and we're not afraid to love ourselves and do good things for ourselves, we're not able to be present for other people. Hope
Yeah,
that
because
helps.
like
Thank
as you
you.
were talking, my son is sitting here pointing. That's why I just like, here, take this water and go. I can't even.
Yeah,
I'm
Jamie, there's just a lot. We know you've got a lot. I'm so glad you have a better place to live, and I know there's a lot to resolve there. I'm so glad you have at least the stability of a better place to live right now. And Heidi, was that you? Had a little bit? Go ahead.
Yeah, so I just took a moment and drew a card while I was sitting there, and I actually got 2 cups upside down. So this is right side up, but I got it this way. For me, that's just kind of talking more about what everybody's saying, which is you've got to use that emotional energy that's to get your cup full, to focus on yourself, focus on your family, focus on getting your home situation figured out. Then the relationship stuff will come. I think that while you're still working so heavily through the process of self-love and security, that the relationship stuff can just be a burden. And that's where the irritation probably comes from when you're trying to do it, is because you want it, but it's maybe not quite time. In that if you could redirect for a bit longer, focus on really just doing the things to care for yourself, like taking the time to take the extra long bath or whatever it is that fills your emotional cup. I think that now is the time to focus on you and your family.
Yeah, I mean, because like the quality of men that I've been running into online, it's like I've ran into before. They only want, majority of them only want one thing, and that's to fulfill their needs.
And that's not what you're looking for. That's what this whole card is about, is that you're looking for something that's rewarding, fulfilling. You're not just looking for a fleeting thing. And right now, that's what's going to be drawn to you, because you're in a place where your energy is attracting the wrong type of energy to you. So if, like, kind of, we've all been saying the same thing. I just think really focus on your own energy, get your own energy righted. And I think you're going to feel a lot better and have some of these other things you want start coming into your life.
I know we're going to be really quick here, but Jen, you had a little bit more to share, and I have a little bit, and then we're going to be splitting up to breakout rooms in a moment.
Just briefly, some of the things that I did for myself, because I did experience a lot of relationship trauma in the past. I worked on myself, and until you heal yourself inside and raise the vibration, you're just going to attract the same people in different bodies. So really love yourself, forgive yourself, work on yourself. And even if you can just jump into a bathtub and take a bath, like she said, or find that moment, shut the door, find somewhere to have space for you. You're worthy, you definitely deserve it, and you've been through a lot. So when you get that chance, work on yourself.
Yeah, I'm hoping to start doing that when they go back to school, because this winter break has been killing me.
Yeah, so some easier time for yourself is coming. Maybe I'll share a little bit too. So I'm personally queer, so I maybe mix this, in more than some people might. Since I first met you, when you started coming to the events, I've imagined that you date women. So if you've had any interest in women, when you are ready, I encourage you to explore that also.
On the dating profile I started, the 2 dating profiles, I have both. I'm just kind of like
great.
Kind of
All
like
right.
I'm not quite. I want to, but I'm not sure how to facilitate.
It's great. And it sounds like the first focus is really to focus on you. And I love the idea of creating just like an altar in your house, because you're making a statement that you are worthy of having your own space, and you're giving yourself your own space. And the universe, hearing that declaration, will support you in continuing to care for yourself. So yeah, so great advice. I appreciate you asking question and everyone for jumping in and asking questions today and allowing us to share the insight with everyone. So thanks so much everyone for participating in this part. We're getting ready for the next step in our fair. All the practitioners have breakout rooms. There's a list of all the rooms in the chat. Almost everyone is here, so almost everyone will be in their rooms. So practitioners, I think we're all set. You can go to your room and we have talks starting in just 3 minutes. So Anissa is probably going to be pasting everything in the chat to show you which talks are coming. Anissa is going to be doing announcements. The first talks might start just a few minutes late because we're going to do a couple of different announcements. I'm going for that list of all the talks right now. But yeah, Anissa's probably getting ready to put them in. Okay, so at 5:15, we have Group Energy Healing on Boundaries with Hannah York in room 4. We have Stem Cell Activation and Age Reversal with Badra in room 1. And Manifestation 101, Your Energy, Your Choice with Heidi in room 5. And then every 15 minutes, we have new talks or group readings or healings that are starting. Some are free, some are by donation. If a practitioner is in the middle of doing a reading or a healing when you come in the room, I encourage you to be quiet and wait. They will put some information in the chat or they will let you know what's going on in the middle. If you want to ask a question or experience a reading or healing, do know for yourself if it's free or if it's by donation first and how you can pay. Just know, right, that you feel good about everything as you're stepping into it. So we'll be announcing in the announcement broadcast portion of Zoom. So across the top of your screen, if you're on a computer, maybe it's the same on a mobile device, you'll see when something's coming. We usually announce it 5 minutes ahead and as things are starting. So you're able to, you'll be able to move yourself from room to room. You're welcome to bop into public breakout room to public breakout room throughout the fair. There are private rooms. Please only go in one of those with a practitioner if they or vendor if they arrange that for you and you know that you both go to the same room. So everyone check before you go into a private room. So guests tonight, you can move in and out of the numbered breakout rooms and you can also come back to this main room. If you've not done this before, on the bottom of your screen, it should say breakout rooms or there's more and click breakout rooms, a panel will open and you should be able to just go through the list, go to the right and click join and you will get there. When you're done and you want to go to another room, you can just go to that panel again and click a new room and click join, or at the bottom right of your screen on the computer or the top left, it used to be of your screen. I don't know where it is now on mobile. Tap and you can click leave and then leave room and then it'll bring you back to the main room. I think those are the basic instructions that everyone needs. And we will help you move. We will help you find out what talks are happening and where to go. And so practitioners and vendors, go off to your rooms. If you need help, we can move you the first time. Yeah, and then this is here in the main room the whole time, and I'll be able to help with different things too. We have a tech room. We can support you. And remember, you can always go to jointhefair.com and I haven't given a PDF today. I forgot to do that, but go to jointhefair.com. And I'm looking at my computer over there, which is in the fair schedule room. Well, go to jointhefair.com and scroll down and you can see who's here and what talks are happening. Or if you go to the fair schedule room here in Zoom, you can see the talks and everyone that's here as well. Practitioners' information is listed on that flyer at jointhefair.com and in the fair schedule room. Their prices or what they're offering might be listed there too. And we'll definitely be announcing the things as talks. If you want any help seeing where to go, any particular kind of modality you want to experience, let us know and we will help you find where to go. So thanks for being here. We're so excited to have you here. And let's put the feedback form in the chat again too, Anissa. I'm trying to figure out where it is. If you give us feedback on today, we'll put you in a drawing for a free 30-minute session with one of us of your choice. There it is, enter the drawing. So sometime today, do that as well. We'll be putting it in the chat multiple times. So let's see. So Jen, Lincoln, Troy, if you want any help getting to your rooms, we can help you get there. And you're always welcome to hang out here in the main room. That is fine. And yeah, just happy we're all here together. And so participants, anywhere, if you want any help knowing what's happening or where to go, we're happy to do that. And I'm going to turn off the recording in a moment. This is MeWeFairs.com, MEWEFAIRS.com. We have tons of different events happening online and in person. We have fairs, panels, practice circles, learning circles. We're going to be starting some talks and we have drop-in groups to support you in growing your business and all kinds of different things.